Hey guys, welcome to another Tech Control video. This is our first time where we're going to do a live reaction, even though we're not necessarily going to live stream it, but it will be posted to the channel right after. And as you guys can see, I'm not alone. We're here with Mando from PlaySesh. If
How's
you
it going,
guys
guys?
have heard, yeah, if you guys have heard any of our podcasts, you know the voice, so it's good to put a face to the voice. And we'll be doing that today with the PlayStation 5 live screen.
Hopefully, I'm pretty enough for this channel.
Your camera definitely is.
So, Jay, what do you expect for this event to happen? Like, do you think we're gonna get prices? Do you think we're gonna get a date?
Well, listen, if we don't get prices or a date, then what are we even here for?
I
You
mean,
know?
it's true. Like, we're in mid-September right now, and
Right.
Microsoft's price and date has already leaked, so that's all out there. It's all on PlayStation right now, and like you said, I don't really see what's the point of this other than this, like renouncing a price or anything like that.
Not even just leaked, like officially confirmed.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
at least on the Xbox side. So, I mean, for them to call this a PlayStation event and not give us, I'm expecting price, release date, pre-order date. You know what I'm saying? Anything less would be a failure. Anything more would just be added bonus. At least that's the way I'm looking at this.
I feel like they're also setting themselves up to announce their launch lineup, because according to them, you know, it's going to be the biggest and best PlayStation launch lineup ever. So let's see if it's true or if they were just hyping themselves up with all of this.
Yeah, that's a great point, honestly. So first things first, I do want launch dates. You know, because for example, with let me think about this game. It was Ratchet and Clank. They told us it's releasing holiday 2020 and also within the launch window. That could be all the way up to spring 2021. I don't want to hear launch windows. I don't want to hear, 2021, 2020, none of that holiday. I want it's going to be November, whatever. Give me the specific dates.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I want.
I mean, it should. Like, we're all assuming it's going to be in November, right? So that's like 2 months, not even 2 months, less than 2 months, like a month and a half away.
Less.
So they
Right.
have to have something concrete when it comes to dates and prices and all of this stuff.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I mean, it's not like they're going to have another event. What are they going to have? PlayStation 5 2.0 event?
Yeah,
know?
that's true. Like, they're running out of time. Like, this has to be it. And they have to knock it out of the park, because a lot of people are getting mad at Sony and Microsoft, but not anymore because they already announced their thing. But people were getting mad at these companies because it's like, why are you withholding all of this information for? Like, especially not at this time, people don't have like that disposable income like during normal times, you know? Like, people have to like act accordingly when it comes to their money to see if they can allocate, if they have enough time to allocate some money for these systems, because they're not coming cheap. So
yeah, and unfortunately, we do know why they waited so long. And obviously, they were waiting for the other to go first in a game of chicken. And the only result of that is that they're just hurting us, the consumers, and
yeah,
we're the loyal fans that are patiently waiting. I don't know if you want to continue to say patiently, but it's been long enough, and patience runs out. And I think we're at that point.
yeah, and like kind of comparing it to other times when other systems have come out, this is the latest it has ever been, like, for any sort of announcement. Because usually, I mean, I guess you can say there was no E3 this year, and maybe during that time they could have announced something, so maybe you can say that, but that's not an excuse. Because I mean, look at this, they can make an event whenever they want, so that's not really much of an excuse.
I don't want to use the E3 thing as an excuse because Xbox had a May event and PlayStation had a June event. So that is prime E3 time.
Yeah.
Didn't Xbox have 2 events actually? I think they did another one.
August they had one.
Right. They had one in August.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't want any excuses about E3. It's been long enough. Think about last gen. We knew the prices. All right, let me step back. We knew what they looked like, the controller, everything, the prices, as of E3 in 2013.
Yeah.
2013? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And E3 is traditionally first or second week of June.
Yeah.
Or you know, and it's now halfway through September. You know, so and you know, the worst part is because of what 2020 is, everything that we've been going through. Now you expect to tell people last minute, hey, shell out $600, 5, 4, 3, whatever the case is, shell this out, and then you don't even know exactly what games you're gonna get. I have a lot of questions on backwards compatibility. You know, I just feel like Sony is not being very transparent. And I'm really hoping that this event clears a lot of that up.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see exactly what they're planning to cover because it's going to be, 40 minutes? I think that's what they said that this whole thing is going to be. So that's a lot of time to fill because the announcement for pricing and dates is like 5 seconds that they can just do. So
that's true.
I don't know what else.
You know, they got to do the promo trailer for the PS5 and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's usually
true.
A couple minutes.
Yeah,
but you know, you bring up a great point. So what else is there? What are you expecting from this show?
Well, I guess besides the pricing and the release date, I guess it would be games. I mean, what else can you fill this whole time with? Like, but I would think they're going to focus on the launch games. Like that's what their focus should be, the launch games, because I would assume maybe at the very least like 10 maybe launch games that could come out, because that's usually the amount of games that come out for launch systems.
But are you also including third party in there?
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. I don't expect 10 like Sony exclusives. Yeah. No. It's gonna be a mix.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So to add to that, honestly, I don't expect to see anything new except for maybe one thing. And this is just, I mean, we can touch up on this in a couple minutes. We still have some time. I expect to see everything that we've already seen, maybe some sort of final trailer.
Yeah.
I expect to see third party. I think Call of Duty has the marketing rights signed with Sony. So I expect to see a Call of Duty trailer. I expect to see GTA 5 one more time. Everything that we've already seen. And then
I don't know about the GTA 5. I feel like that's too much of an old game to be showing off.
This may be true, but they showed it off in their June event.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know. I mean, hey, we could even see Rocksteady stuff. I don't know who ended up getting the marketing rights to that. Maybe nobody did. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see that. The point is, I don't expect to see anything new except for one thing. And what I mean by that is there is a rumor that there's supposed to be one jaw-dropping moment. I expect it at the end. What do you think that is?
I guess it would, if that's true, I would suggest that maybe it's like a Sony exclusive.
Well, yeah, like for sure.
I would lean more towards an actual Sony thing. I mean, it could also be a Sony exclusive from a third party, but I would think more like maybe an Uncharted. I doubt it, but maybe, or something like that, or like a new God of War, or maybe they'll announce an actual Spider-Man, not like an expansion with Miles Morales. You know, like
it's possible. I don't know if they'll go that far.
So
It's very possible.
They have a lot of franchises
I don't know
they
if
can
they'll
play
go that
with.
far. They do. But so here's another rumor that kind of ties in together with this. The Last of Us 2 rated amazingly by critics, not so much by fans. But if you notice, compared to Last of Us 1, there was no multiplayer. So a rumor is that Last of Us 2 multiplayer standalone game is going to be announced here. And I think that could be the jaw-dropping moment that Sony is going for.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't see
That's
it
not
as
jaw-dropping for you?
yeah, I feel like that'll just appeal to certain people. And like you
It could.
said, a lot of fans were not with it. So
Yeah.
so I don't think
Yeah, but
they would like that would be something that to, you know, like the mic drop moment of this presentation.
yeah, but they would have had that in development for a while. You know, how are they supposed to know that the reception wouldn't have been?
I mean,
And again,
they
that
can
doesn't.
just mention it, like, oh yeah, by the way, we have this. Like I feel like they wouldn't make it a big deal, you know?
Yeah, it's possible.
It's more like, oh yeah, by the way, this thing too.
I mean, again, regarding Last of Us 2, I'm not saying everybody hated it. There are many that loved it. But for the most part, if you look at Metacritic, it did get review bombed pretty hard in its initial release. And since then, the score has been gradually growing, but probably not to the point where Sony wants it.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. It's looks like it's gonna start soon, like 5 more minutes, so.
Yeah. So what else? Anything else you want to talk about before this event starts?
Not really.
Uncharted. Okay. I wrote down Uncharted because I actually really like that series. PlayStation released in like back-to-back months. That was the headliner title. Was the Uncharted series, which was 1 through 3 in a remaster bundle, and then the next month was Uncharted 4. So what me and a couple of other people that I know have done is we played the whole series starting from 1 through 4, and I gotta say I really enjoyed that series. So if they do announce another Uncharted, as long as it's not like a Lost Legacy expansion, I would be pretty hyped for
when
that.
was the last Uncharted 4 came out? What, like 4 years ago? 2016, something like that?
I think it was 2015, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
so it is kind of
It's been a while.
Yeah, and that would.
But don't forget that they were developing Lost Legacy shortly after. So you really got to start from Lost Legacy.
Well, I mean, maybe they would have like handled, like one team would have handled that, and then like another team would have handled an Uncharted if they were doing something like that.
Yeah, but you have, I don't know how many teams they have, but you have the one team, the Uncharted team, and then they most likely moved on to start developing The Last of Us 2, I should say.
That is true.
So,
and they also
is that...
No, wait. No, never mind. I was gonna say that's not the developer for Spider-Man, right? That's the other one.
No, Spider-Man is in Insomniac.
Yeah. All right, let's get hydrated. You have 2 minutes left.
Yeah. I got my Red Bull here. I'm ready. All right, just give me a second. It doesn't matter.
Look at that. So far, so good.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. It's good. I thought I logged off work. How am I still getting phone calls?
Oof. Come in. We need your help. Oh, fuck out of here. I'm watching the PlayStation.
The data center's on fire.
It doesn't sound like my problem. I clocked out.
All right, give me 1 second. Oh, well, he hung up. Yeah, let me log off now.
got a minute before it starts.
Yeah, just about that time. You know, while we have this minute, I never asked you what were your price predictions.
Oh yeah. I mean, for the price, I feel like I saw a very interesting prediction from Review Tech USA that they were like talking about how Sony will try to undercut them by releasing the one with the Blu-ray drive at, what was it, $449, and then possibly the one without the drive at, what was it, $399, $350. So I think that's a pretty interesting, because I never thought of it that way, that they just undercut it by 50 and then the other one they'll undercut it by more. So it'll be in that range of the Xbox Series S. So
it's very possible. I don't know if they'll go that far. We had some rumors about the prices before the Xbox even leaked, that Sony was planning the disc version at $600 and then the all digital at $500.
mm-hmm.
And then we've also heard the stories from way back during the summer that it cost roughly $445 just to make each PS5, and we don't even know if that's the one with the disc or without the disc. So if there's a disc,
it's starting.
Obviously add more. Yeah, it is. All right,
let's go.
There's the promo video I told you about.
All right, this seems like all the stuff we saw in the last one.
Pretty much. Nice little recap.
Mm-hmm.
This is the power that flows through this land. Yet you do not fully understand it.
I really hope that this is more of a recap and not a preview of what they're going to show here on out.
Yeah, that would suck because they're just showing more of the same.
I like the design of the headphones.
Yeah. I like the design of the controller. It grew on me. At first I thought it was like a little weird, but it looks good.
It did grow on me also. I mean, I'm a fan of the white aesthetic, so just with that, I was sold.
Is this Tomb Raider? Oh no.
You all know the target.
It might be.
Shiva's dominant.
No, it's not.
And only the dominant.
No.
How do we even know the girl will be among them? Our kind do not question orders, we follow them.
Oh, this is Final Fantasy, I think. Yeah.
Sergeant?
Oh, it could be. Square Enix, yeah.
That thing's a bloody mountain.
16, maybe?
Looks like it.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily.
Do you think this one is going to get a Final Fantasy VII treatment and be exclusive for a year?
Who knows? I mean, if they're announcing it on a PlayStation event, that could be it.
Yeah, it's not outside of the realm.
I'm sworn to protect him.
Oh, the Coca-Cola.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
What does it matter? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin
Wait,
Realms.
is this Final Fantasy though? Because this is a very fantasy setting. Usually the settings for Final Fantasy games are like kind of futuristic but also have fantasy elements. This is more like medieval kind of thing.
I mean, this looks Final Fantasy-like.
Yeah, I know, but the settings are different. Because like I said, like all the other Final Fantasies are more kind of futuristic but have magic and stuff like that too. Whoa.
The Phoenix. Stop this! Second back on the fire. But that's impossible.
Uh-huh.
The legacy of the crystals. Has shaped our history. For long enough.
I'm a little confused as to what I'm watching.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I'll kill you. If it's the last thing I do.
Ah, it is the new Final Fantasy. Interesting.
That is, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nah, I don't.
And this is also available
Okay.
on PC.
In very fine print. They don't want that to get out.
Yeah, word. That's interesting. That's pretty big. That it's just going to
That
be
is,
available on PlayStation.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, they're going to do this now. Every transition, they're going to show a little thing like this.
They did that last time during
Yeah.
the reveal. I wonder if they're revealing the price really zoomed in.
It's too cold to change out here.
Okay.
Dang, I'm late for Mom's rally. Subway card, check. You got the house key? Yeah, I got it. Come on, we're gonna be late. Hey, dude, I am so.
So all Spider-Man are just late, no matter who it is. It's not just Peter.
It's gonna be fine. See, this is my favorite part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music.
Oh, you got some salsa?
Yeah, because I think they live in Harlem or Spanish Harlem, something like that.
I think so. Isn't he like half Puerto Rican or something?
He's half Puerto Rican, half black.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard to think of Mom as a politician. She's been a teacher my whole life. Similar skill sets, right? Rallying people, educating them.
What do you think of the
They
graphics?
don't throw things at each other.
I mean, I can't really tell 100% because of the stream, but it doesn't look bad.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
I'm Brian
Definitely gonna watch this afterwards in
We're
4K.
excited to show
Yeah.
you this first look at gameplay from Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the first game.
I hope there's more and not just us watching the dude walk for like 30 seconds.
Well, it looks like they're going in depth of like what's happening.
War between the devious energy
Okay.
corporation Roxxon and the Underground. A high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground tries to steal Roxxon's experimental energy source, Newform. Let's take a look.
Alright, looks like we're gonna get to see a mission.
Let's not shoot each other, all right? We're after the new form. Ignore everything else.
This looks like you know how they had three different enemy types in Spider-Man PS4, but yet they were pretty similar.
Hmm.
This looked like it would just be like the fourth type.
Get rid of him. Then grab as much as you can carry.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Keep him busy.
All right, so now the actual gameplay starts. I assume.
The bridge is coming
Yeah.
down. I have to stop this.
It's a lot more cinematic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of not liking that they're emphasizing his spider sting way too much.
Yeah.
Because they're making it seem like he has electrical powers, and that's not how his powers work.
Over there. I have to
Right.
get past these guys. Where is he?
Not only that, I mean, isn't this supposed to be like him learning to use his powers and stuff? This looks like he's learning.
Well, they did say that it's a year after the first game.
True, but
So
in a year, you think he learned to control his invisibility, the electrical stuff? That seems like a lot
I mean, if Peter
for us to miss out on.
if Peter trained him, and I'm pretty sure they might
Well,
like.
Peter doesn't have any of those powers.
Well, I mean, like trains him in like how to be disciplined and stuff like that.
I guess I'm just saying, like that as a fan, seems like stuff I would have wanted to play. And who knows? This could be very late in the story. I don't know.
That's true.
The bus.
And maybe he'll learn it, you know, as we play or something.
Everybody get out.
Wow, this game has a lot more quick time than the original.
Yeah, it's more cinematic, like kind of Uncharted, kind of.
A little bit, yeah.
Those people. They're trapped.
As the bridge gets destroyed, a lot like Uncharted.
Got an idea.
I just noticed. I find it interesting that for this game they're making it like a bridge scene, just like the Avengers game. Like the gameplay they showed was like a bridge being destroyed too.
So you think they did that on purpose?
No, I'm pretty sure it's coincidence, but I find it interesting that for them something chaotic has to happen on a bridge.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool though.
that is cool.
I don't know if ray tracing is on, but I would think this scene with ray tracing will look really nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
Too.
there's a lot of like light reflections and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Digital Foundry, what they analyze. I love those stats for nerds. See, holiday 2020.
Yeah, that's interesting that I mean, I guess they might save the date for later. Like they're still going to be vague throughout the whole thing. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to finish.
So let me ask you a
saying
question.
that.
What if this game is not available at launch? Launch window, but not day of.
I mean, then they're kind of screwed because what else is there?
Right. This is the big game that they kept marketing.
Oh, this is a Harry Potter game?
Magic, both beautiful and
Wasn't there a rumored Harry Potter RPG?
I don't know. I remember the thing I heard about was that they were trying to make, I don't know if they made it already, but some AR game for your phone that was kind of like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, but this obviously isn't for your phone.
Oh yeah, obviously not.
These hallowed halls, and quite possibly shape the future of the wizarding world. Every corridor,
It's definitely Harry Potter.
Yeah.
every stone in this castle tells the story. Witches and wizards who came before. Here you will meet
This might be that, RPG Harry Potter that was rumored.
in the classrooms of the world's most talented professors. And while your journey begins at Hogwarts, brewing potions, taming fantastic beasts, and mastering spells, there is a larger world beyond these walls. A world filled with dangers you can't yet imagine. An ancient knowledge long gone from this world. That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Your potential.
It looks like it has potential.
Yeah. I'm guessing you can create your own character and then you level him up.
Yeah, I would assume that's how that works here.
That's kind of cool.
I need to see like actual gameplay though, because these cutscenes look nice or whatever, but I want to see how the game plays.
The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
Ah, I guess that might be an RPG, because he said the choices you make can affect things. So maybe that is what that is.
All right. 2021.
Definitely not a
Did it
launch
say
game.
it was Oh no. Did it say it was an exclusive? I missed that.
No, I don't think it said that.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan Vondrak, Creative Director at Raven. One of our goals as developers is to bring the game world to life unlike anything you've ever experienced, and the PlayStation 5 is making that happen. With the power of the new console, we've been able to significantly enhance the overall experience. From what you see in the world, to how it feels in your hands, to what you hear around you. In Black Ops Cold War, you'll be transported to the year 1981.
Call of
In the
Duty.
middle of one of the most dangerous times the world has ever known, the height of the Cold War.
Yeah, I figured Call of Duty would make an
Following
appearance.
is a portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target linked to the Iran hostage crisis. But in true Black Ops style, nothing is as it seems. Take a look.
Kasim is out of the picture.
How long before we get Arash?
The team arrived in Turkey a few hours ago. They should be in position shortly.
Airfield's just up ahead. Let's go find this shithead.
Priority is to ID Arash before things go hot.
Looks good from what I can tell.
It does look good. I'm laughing because it pretty much starts how every Call of Duty starts, you know? They put you outside of where you need to be, give you a weapon.
Mason, check it out.
Oh, that's new, isn't it? Binoculars?
I don't know. I'm not a Call of Duty guy.
That's interesting.
Arash might be in the truck.
I can't make out his face yet. I don't want to know. What the fuck? He just iced everyone in a truck.
That's a cheap truck.
Why would he
if-
shoot his own?
That's a cheap truck if the windows were not bulletproof.
Well, maybe the windows were down.
Didn't look like it.
That's bullshit. It didn't kill the guy behind him. I don't. Oh.
Jeez, the action is so fast.
Yeah. I don't think ray tracing is on. I feel like I'm way too close to this action right now.
This is why I'm not a Call of Duty guy, because this is too much.
There's no way a little drone car or an RC car is gonna drive faster than
there are cars, like little RC cars that are like crazy like that. But
I know that they're fast, but not faster than an actual vehicle.
Yeah, there's some cars like little RCs that go like 50, 60 miles or something like that.
Yeah, but these that's what I'm saying. If this is a plane, how fast do you think that's going? It's going way faster than 50 or 60 miles.
I mean, it is a game after all.
Which means these cars, they need to be going at least 70.
I mean, you can obviously see this ain't realistic at all, so...
Yeah, I think he's dead.
We hope you enjoyed that sneak peek at the
Holiday
campaign of
2020.
Black Ops Cold War.
There it is
There
again.
are many more twists and turns along the way as you begin to unravel the truth, and we can't wait for
I
you to
would
play
think
soon.
this would be a
In
launch
addition to the story
title
campaign, Cold War
for
features the next generation
the
of
PlayStation
multiplayer
5.
online combat and
Historically,
an all-new awesome zombies experience.
You know what it could be? Maybe
Special honor to
they're
announce on
continue
behalf of
to
my
say
friends
launch
Treyarch
because
that the PlayStation community
they're gonna
doesn't have to
announce
wait
the
to play
official
multiplayer.
date at the end of the video.
Starting
Yeah,
this
yeah,
Friday,
that's what I said.
Players will be able to play
Like,
the multiplayer
they're trying to be
element
all
exclusively on PlayStation
like
4.
All secretive.
For those
Yeah.
of you that are watching at home on your PS4, you can
and then they'll
preload
probably
the
be like,
experience
oh,
starting tomorrow.
every game you saw
Can't wait
here
to see you
is
online
coming out
Friday
this date
and through the
too.
weekend. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, except the one that was, except for Harry Potter.
Yeah, yeah.
That's 2021.
They're
Call of
secretly
Duty.
Dropping numbers here.
I think so. This is a 0. No, that's an X. Whatever the hell that is. I was gonna say, Call of Duty historically has been at every launch, so I'm pretty sure it will be too.
All clear. Come on, move! Chris? What the hell?
Oh, Resident Evil?
Take him away.
8?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like that village one?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one is supposed to be first person, right?
I mean, unless it like me, I guess if it's VR or something.
No. I don't. I think they got rid of the over the shoulder for this game.
They're coming again.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
I mean, I guess it would make sense for VR then.
I guess. You think we're gonna get a VR2 announcement?
I don't think so. Not here. I think this is just for the hardware, like the actual box.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty.
I guess the first person view emphasizes the horror, you know? Because if it's more in your face, you're gonna be more immersed in it, and you're gonna, I guess, feel more of that fear and stuff like that.
It's possible. Did they say when that game was releasing, RE8?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Okay. I missed it. Somehow this thing transitioned to this.
No, this is the same game.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's just a local tale.
That little cutscene was a bit cartoonish compared to what they normally
Yeah, that looked like some Tim Burton kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why I thought we were already on another game. Come on, give me one.
If it's just a window shop away.
Nope, next year. So definitely not.
Well, you know what though?
launch.
It's possible that it could be like March. Don't all the RE games usually release around February?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Could be February 2021. That's loop. This game got delayed.
You want out of a time loop? You gotta learn how it works. Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different.
I don't know, like this game, the aesthetics look interesting, but I feel like the gameplay just looks regular. Like there's really nothing exciting about the gameplay.
You know, what mostly interests me about this is not so much the game itself or the gameplay, it's more the story. I don't know if you're aware of what the story is.
Yeah.
Well, tell our viewers.
Well, isn't it like he's trapped in an island and then he's trying to figure out a way how to leave, but every time he dies, he like restarts his day or whatever? And then there's like some,
all right,
some
so
other...
I'm not sure if he's trapped on an island, but
yeah, that's what it is. Like
I know that he's trapped in a. He's definitely trapped in a time loop. I think it's like 8 or 11 missions or whatever the case is, and he needs to do them differently than what the actual outcome was. And then here's the deal: there's a chick that is after him to prevent him from doing that. So that's what makes things interesting, because she could pop up wherever, whenever.
Yeah, I feel like that would be very annoying.
Oh yeah, big time. So you can either play local by yourself, and then obviously the computer will pop up. That's pretty predictable once you do it once. But if you go online, the second person can pick that character and drop in wherever and whenever they want. And obviously, because it's a person, their playstyle will be different than the regular AI.
Yeah, I know. Like, what was it? I think it was Bloodborne or one of the Soul games that they had something like that, in that like you can drop into somebody else's game and like mess them up. Like it wasn't part of like the actual story, but it was like just a feature that you could do.
Yeah, I don't know. The gameplay doesn't look all that.
Yeah, like I said, aesthetically, like it looks nice. Like the settings and everything, it looks cool. But just the gameplay just looks very regular, like a regular shooter.
I'm wondering why they haven't showed the chick yet that's after him. You know what it could also be that's very possible? I just have this game confused with something else.
No, she's in there. She's in the game. She's part of the game.
You saw her? Okay. So it's 8 targets, so 8 missions basically.
You see right here, look.
And you just ran out of time.
Yeah, right there.
I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my list. Yours.
That does seem really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Q2 2021.
There's a lot of 2021 games and not right now games.
All right. So this one I think is also on PC. Did I just miss that?
Yeah, it's at PC as well, even though they say exclusive to PlayStation.
I do know that this is a timed exclusive though. So even though it's on PlayStation, it's probably going to be released to everything else a year later.
What's this?
That day, if our positions were switched, would our fates be different?
Devil May Cry?
Would I have your life?
Could be.
You mine?
Yeah.
You a demon?
Oh yeah. Did you get to play Devil May Cry 5?
I've never really played a Devil May Cry ever.
No?
No.
I gotta say, the first one I played was 5. And the story was super boring. There was like 22 chapters. It was really boring until about chapter, I don't know, 13 or 14, and then it got really good. Oh, that's new.
Rest in peace.
Wow.
Yeah, the stream can't handle all of this going on. Like
No,
the
it definitely
quality
can't.
went down when that happened.
Oh, big time. But the gameplay really wasn't that bad. It looks like they upped the amount of AI.
Devil May Cry.
Well, there you go.
It's the same game.
I mean, this is an old game though, because it came out this generation.
It did.
So that's not really saying much that it's coming out at launch, because it should be ready.
It should, yeah.
Oh, the Oddworld game.
What are they doing? Did those fugitive morons burn down their own hideout?
It sounds idiotic, but that's exactly what it looks like.
Bad guama for burning.
Did he have a hand for a face?
Hi, I'm Lauren.
He got
Mann,
something coming
creative
out his
director
face.
of Oddworld Soulstorm. And we're excited to bring you an all-new exclusive trailer from the game. Here, our unlikely hero, Abe, finds himself fresh off the
What about
bat,
this game? What do you
freeing
think
his
about this
people
one?
from the nefarious Rupture Farms.
I mean, this is like a very old school, like from the first PlayStation game.
The stakes are higher.
I remember seeing these Oddworld games in like magazines like GamePro and EGM. But I never played them. I think for a while I didn't even know how the gameplay looked, because all I saw was the ads of like the Abe guy, and that's about it. Like,
yeah.
But I've never really played them at all. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what's that game called? Worms or something? That Worms game that you like have a group of like other people, other creatures, and you gotta save them and direct them to certain places and not have them die.
I mean, honestly, this looks like it could be an iOS game.
Yeah.
Or an Android game.
It does, honestly.
Maybe slightly better graphics, but...
Wait here. Hey, why the hold up? I could go for a sandwich right now. Well, we gotta get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here. My tummy's growling. I'm hungry.
Oh, Soulstorm. Did they say when? I missed it.
Oh yeah, I don't think I noticed.
I'm just gonna ignore that one.
Gregory, your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please come out. Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again. It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out and we can play a game together?
What's this? I don't think I've seen this one before.
It won't happen again.
Oh, it's this, what was it? Five Nights at Freddy's?
It was just a glitch.
Gregory, be still.
I have no clue what this is.
I think she's found us.
Interesting. Because this was more of a PC game. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. Interesting.
Okay.
It's like a horror game, like jump scare kind of game that you have to like manage. Like you're in like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of thing, but the animatronics are like evil and they're trying to kill you. So you have to like, and you're the security guard and you have to like survive the night while they're roaming around trying to kill you.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, so this looks like it's a first-party game finally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this the Soul game?
Oh yeah.
Demon Souls?
What's that game? Oh, Demon Souls. There you go. I know that a lot of people were like really excited for this, but didn't we just get this game?
No, this is a remaster, I think, or a
right.
remake or something like that.
No. As far as I understand, it's a shot-for-shot remaster.
Well, Bluepoint was involved. Bluepoint, I think, are the people that have been remaking the games. I believe they are the ones that did the Shadow of the Colossus remake. So I think this is I think this is a remake, not a remaster. So that's probably why.
But even Shadow of the Colossus was also shot for shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a remake, not a remaster. Because the one on the PS3 for Shadow of the Colossus was a remaster. The one on the PS4 is a complete remake. They did it from the ground up. And I think that's what this game is.
See, to me, remake, how do I put this? If you look at Resident Evil 2, and even 3, they're remakes of the original, and they're not shot for shot. They have new dialogue, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because
all that kind
it's
of
a
stuff.
PlayStation game. Why are they gonna include the dialogue of a PlayStation game? Especially of those Resident Evil games, like we're really bad at voice acting.
What I'm saying is, it's not the exact same words. Even if they were to react it, it's not the exact same words. The story doesn't play out exactly the same. It's slightly different. Oh, okay, take Final Fantasy VII Remake, for example. That game is different from the original. And even down to some of the people that died in the original are alive in the new one and vice versa. Whatever, the point is that they made some changes. I didn't say who. But the point is that they made some changes to the actual story. This, along with Shadow of the Colossus, there were no changes at all. Everything was exactly the same.
Well, I mean, they probably saw that they didn't need to change anything. Like, for example,
maybe, but that's why I'm saying
like the Resident Evil
this is
games,
a remake.
Those were like actual changes that were probably needed because in order to make the game better.
No, I agree, and that's why I'm saying that's a remake. It changes.
No, because a remake can be like new assets, new graphics, new everything as well. Like it doesn't necessarily have to mean like new like story elements or anything like that.
And maybe we have different definitions. I would consider this PS5 next gen remaster. That's what I would say, because nothing new is happening.
the graphics
So
are
you're
new.
literally playing. No, all right. The graphics are new, but what I'm saying is you're playing the exact same game. That's why I wouldn't call it a remake.
I mean, have you actually played the original game?
I haven't, but I've seen side-by-side comparisons.
So I mean, I guess you can't really say then, because they might be all of this stuff they're showing might be new stuff, but we wouldn't know because we never played it.
Well, again, I'm just going based off Shadow of the Colossus. That one, there's like you can find on YouTube. I don't know who, but you could find literally a side-by-side.
I have the game
You
and
have
I played
no,
all
no,
three
no.
of the games.
Right. So then you tell me then. Anything different aside from the graphics? Everything else is pretty much the same.
There is some like quality of life kind of changes that make the game better.
Okay. Yeah, but that's not changing the game. RE2 and RE3,
Fortnite.
those change the game. You heard the battle bus?
Yeah, it's like I'm so like into that now. Like I know the little subtle sounds and everything.
Yeah. A new season, maybe?
Probably, because the Marvel stuff ends in November. So whenever this comes out, the new season probably starts.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be at launch anyway.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not have Fortnite in your new system?
No, but aside from that, you're right. How can you not have it? But they did come out and confirm that it will be on next gen anyway, so we knew this.
Oh, what's this? New benefit?
Can you kill something that big?
Imagine they say all of these games you get for free.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna say they're forwards compatible. In other words, that they're gonna be available on PS5.
Yeah, probably
via PS Now. Similar to how like Game Pass does it. But this yellow whatever is confusing me.
Because it's PlayStation Plus.
Maybe they got a new logo?
No, PlayStation Plus, because PlayStation Plus had the yellow plus sign, remember?
After all we've been through.
It's time.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what they're announcing right here, that you can play these on the PS5.
PS5. Yeah, but specifically through PlayStation Plus?
Wait, so are these for free? Like, what's... I don't get
Hold
it.
on. Oh, no, they're just part of the... Yeah, here, ongoing recurring fee. So as long as you sign up for PlayStation Plus, you get those PS4 games to download and play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you get them basically for free.
Well, for the subscription fee, then yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't say anything about, oh, if you own them, you can play them here as well. It just says a PlayStation.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That's very
Because
interesting.
those are a lot of good games.
They are. Now, you know what I'm wondering? Oh, it looks like now they're about to do it.
I mean, it's almost time. It's already been 40 minutes.
Yeah. Did it say PS Plus or PS Now? I missed
PlayStation
it.
Plus.
PS Plus, right?
Plus, yeah. This render looks a little different, I feel. I feel like it's much more smoother.
Yeah. No, they added stuff here. This isn't the same one as the previous one.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna see.
I don't
it
even
now.
think we got
There
to
we
see
go.
the back of the console before.
Just like we expected, kind of.
Exactly what we
12.
expected.
Interesting. So 2 days after the Xbox.
Damn, I was hoping to make one line.
So now you know.
All right.
Thank you all for joining us
Damn,
today.
they revealed that
for being
quick.
Part of this amazing journey.
They did, right? Like, let it breathe. Let it breathe, guys.
Gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5.
It almost felt like they didn't want to announce it. And it was like, here you go, shut up now.
We look forward to you getting your hands on PS5 very soon.
Now, you know,
to close,
let me ask you a question. $100 price difference.
Wait. He's gonna say something else.
Oh, this is that jaw-dropping moment. Let's see what it is. Is that snow?
Looks like it.
It's God of War.
Oh yeah, it does.
I heard Kratos' voice. It's definitely God of War. 2024.
You must prepare yourself.
Just trying to do like a some Thor thing. It's like Ragnarok.
I mean, if you played a spoiler alert for God of War.
I didn't play it, so don't say anything.
2021? Alright, never mind then. Alright, I won't say anything.
I mean, okay, that was nice, but it's still for next year, and they didn't show anything, so it was kind of lame.
Yeah. It's like, who didn't know
a God of War is going to come out eventually. Like,
right.
It would have been more impressive if it was like, it's coming out at launch. And by the way, they didn't announce anything for launch.
That is true. I mean, we got a bunch of holiday stuff. What they did say for launch, I have it here. Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah. Then
Fortnite.
it was like older games that are already out, so that makes no sense.
Literally those two, Devil May Cry 5 and Fortnite, are the only ones that they said at launch. We didn't get a window for Oddworld, Five Nights at Freddy, or Demon's Souls. Did they say Demon's Souls? The window for that?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it's like now. I think it's next year.
Did they even tell us when we could pre-order this thing?
No, they did not. They just said the price and the date.
Okay. That's it, -5. So it's not over yet. Maybe they'll tell us now.
I'm gonna get mad if they say, "Oh, pre-orders are out now." I'm gonna have my phone ready just in case.
I doubt it.
Well, that was it. Okay, so that happened. What do you think?
Why are you saying like that? You weren't impressed?
I was not. Honestly, I mean, they literally just threw away the price and the date. Like, it was like, here, like, you can shut up now. We told you what the price is, you know?
Yeah, almost like they didn't want to show it. You're right.
Yeah. Like, they elaborated on everything else except for that. And also, they didn't even say anything about launch games or anything like that either. Like, most of these games they showed were at the very least half. But I think it was more than half.
That's
for
some
next
of the
year.
stuff that I was saying during the pre-show is that I don't want holiday 2020. I want actual dates, and they didn't deliver.
Yeah. But at least we got a price and a date. So
One more time.
At least we got a price and a date. So there's that.
We did. No pre-order date though. What's up with that?
I would assume they would announce it a little bit later. Because didn't Microsoft do something like that when they, it leaked and then they came out with it. And then a couple of days later, they were like, oh, this is when you can pre-order.
They no. They said the Series S got leaked. Then they made it official with the pre-order date and the price. And then a couple days later was the Xbox Series X price and same release date. And pre-order
I'm
date.
pretty sure they'll probably tweet that out. Like, if not maybe later today,
possible.
then tomorrow or something. It's within this week. I can guarantee that. Because they said it themselves, like, that they're not gonna all of a sudden say, oh, by the way, pre-orders are up. Like, they said that they'll give time before they do any of that. So,
which is
gotta
good,
take it at their word. Yeah.
But let's talk about the pre-order, actually. I have some information about it. Basically, the reason that they want you to pre-order the PlayStation 5 through their website, and it's not even just pre-order, it's the ability to get notified about the pre-order. So they want you to do it there because if they do it through GameStop or Best Buy or whoever, Target, they obviously have to give those guys a piece of the action.
Oh yeah.
So by them, right?
They're
by them
directly
doing
selling it in their thing.
Right, right. And then the other thing that I don't know how fair it is. I guess from a business standpoint, I understand why they would want to do it. They're prioritizing people that play a lot of games, people that have like trophies and things like that. Those are the people that they're going to notify first. Most likely because those are probably the people that will spend the most money on the console. I mean, once you have it. I don't know how fair that is, but in a way, it also, at the same time, rewards those that have been loyal and play a lot of games and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. It makes sense, but at the same time, it is kind of not fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. I'm not too happy about it. That's why I really didn't sign up for it. I didn't even bother because I recently started playing more games than I normally did, especially at the beginning of the generation. I mean, it
You
was
would have been the
for
first
me.
one. We're like, here you go. Here's a PlayStation 5 just for you.
You imagine? So, but anyway, aside that from the pre-orders, we didn't get no pre-order dates. Let me just quickly run through what they did talk about, right? So we got Final Fantasy 16. It's exclusive and also on PC. No word if it's
I think that was the biggest one.
That might
out
be
of
the
everything.
biggest, yeah. And it
Because
also makes sense why they opened the show with it.
Yeah, and they didn't that wasn't a thing that they showed before in I don't think I've ever heard any announcement of that game yet. So
right.
For them to drop it here and then say that it's an exclusive, it's pretty good. But that's
that might
pretty
have
much
been the world premiere right there.
Yeah, and but I feel like that's pretty much the only thing of this thing.
That's dropping 2020 this year, assuming.
I think it was next year.
No, I wrote it down. 2020.
Oh.
All right, so we have Harry Potter 2021. I'm sure Harry Potter fans will be happy. Call of Duty, no surprise there this year. Resident Evil 8 or Village, however you want to call it, that's 2021. No surprise there either. Like we spoke about, probably going to be February, more or less. At launch, you're going to have Devil May Cry. Also at launch, you're going to have Fortnite. No surprise there either. And then no official release date is Oddworld, Five Nights at Freddy, and Demon's Soul. Last but not least, definitely not least, God of War 2021. I'm actually really impressed that it's going to come 2021. I thought it would have been.
I would assume it would come out holiday next year.
At least holiday, and with a possible delay. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed. But I honestly didn't expect this till like 2024 maybe. All right, so that was the jaw-dropping moment. Let me cross Uncharted.
So what did you think of the overall thing?
I'll tell you right now, they spent so much time on these games. I didn't need to see Fortnite. I didn't need to see Demon Soul. Even, Spider-Man was cool and all, I'll give it that, but I didn't need to see it here. I already saw a little bit before. And I'm sure they're gonna have a state of play just before it drops anyway. So uh the things that I personally wanted to see more of, I got the least of. And that was the backwards compatibility. They touched up a little bit on it, part of PlayStation Plus. I don't know. So if I don't have PlayStation Plus, I can't play backwards compatible games. You get what I'm saying? There's just a lot of questions here. What about PS3, PS2, PS1?
Yeah, there was really no details at all about this
No,
system. It's just look at it. It looks nice. Here's the
right,
price and the date. And here's some
right.
games that'll come out eventually on the system.
Okay. No pre-order date, which I'm a little upset about, but I guess that will come to light soon enough.
Yeah,
And the
I'd say within a
headliner,
week. Like give it a week and they'll say something.
probably. I mean, rumors are October 1st, so I'll give it till then. Um, Headlining the show, I think the biggest takeaway is the price and the release date. Release date is November 12th. That's 2 days after the Xbox Series X or Series S. And $500 for the disc version, $400 for the all digital version.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? First with the release date.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of lines up. People said that it was going to be a little bit later, but it's this date. I guess it's a little bit earlier what the other people said, and it matches with what Microsoft is doing, so it makes sense.
Right.
Price wise, I mean, I guess that's another thing that a lot of people thought that they were going to do. Like if it was either between if it's going to be a $50 difference or $100 difference between the discless and the disc based one. And I guess they
Right.
went for the $100 difference, which is okay.
You think that's okay? I'll be honest with you. I don't think $100 is worth the price of a Blu-ray drive.
I mean, it's not,
You know?
but like they still needs kind of something to compete with the S, and that's what it is. I don't think they could have gone any lower than that because it's literally the same specs, everything. The only difference is
Right,
one
right.
has a drive and the other one doesn't.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I don't see any incentive why you would want to pay the extra $100 for the one with the disc. I mean, it seems like everybody's gonna go for the all digital. Save
I mean,
$100.
I would prefer getting the disc only because
Yeah.
I have a lot of like 4K Blu-rays and I don't
Okay.
have a 4K Blu-ray
Blu-ray,
player.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's the only reason why. I mean,
Okay.
I would, I guess, on occasion, depending on if I'm not that patient and I can wait, I would maybe buy some disc games. But if it's like a game that I want to play right away, I would probably download it. But
Well, you know what too? Because you brought a good point. The Xbox Series X, it's basically the top tier comes with the disc no matter what. You have no choice. So I'm gonna get that one. So I don't need the Blu-ray drive on the PlayStation 5. Which means that I'm most likely gonna go for the all digital.
yeah, that makes sense because it would be it's the same kind of drive, right? Like a 4K
Oh yeah,
Blu-ray drive. Yeah. So if
it
you're gonna
should
get
be.
one with one, then you don't really need it for the other one. You're just wasting
Right,
money
right.
at that point.
Exactly. And I don't know about you, but I personally haven't played a digital game since a non-digital game since 2018.
Hmm. I mean,
No
I
particular
like
reason why
keeping
that year.
the discs just to have a nice collection. Although for the PS4, I didn't really own a lot of disc games. Most of them were on like a hard drive.
Okay. So digital basically.
Yeah. Let me see. Like
Yeah.
I have, I would say less than 10 disc games. And then everything else is like on like a hard drive.
I think so no particular reason why 2018 I decided to go digital. Just the fact that a new 2K had come out and because the game share, you can share with somebody, and I figure if I buy it, two people can play as opposed to the disc. So only reason why I went digital, and literally after that, it's like it's so much easier just to go press the game instead of having to go physically get up. And I know this may sound lazy, but physically having to go get up, switch to disc, wait for that thing to spin, read, and then play. It's just so much easier. And then again, because of the game share, that's why I've been doing digital. What I will say is that I did buy one Assassin's Creed Syndicate on physical copy. I saw it on eBay for like $3.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
that's
couldn't
one of
help
the ones I
myself.
have, like disc.
Right, right. So I just couldn't help it. It was $3, and it's the only Assassin's Creed this generation that I didn't actually finish at the time. Anyway, that's why I bought it. So in a sense, I will miss the ability to do that when you find pretty cheap games, $3, $5, 10, whatever they are. You really won't be able to do that
Yeah, that's the
if you go
thing.
all
Like
digital.
sometimes a disc game is more cheap than a game that would be on sale digitally. So
Right.
and it could
For a
be
very long
new
time.
too as well.
Right, right. You can even take a game like Anthem. For a very long time, that game was 60, and obviously that game was horrible. Nobody liked it, and you could find the physical copy for like $7, while online it was 60.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Here's the other thing though. Because the PlayStation 5 is spec'd a little lower than the Series S, the Series X, I should say, I really suspect that Sony is going to have some sort of mid-gen refresh, like a PlayStation 5 Pro.
I would think so
So
too. I would think so for
I think
both,
they almost
honestly.
have to. I don't know because I don't know. I guess that's more like podcast territory, but um, I just think that if Sony is going to do a mid-gen refresh to at least, if not surpass, at the very least match what the Series X has when it comes to hardware, then why even bother getting a disc version now? Maybe I'll just wait for that. And by then, games will probably be cheaper, the ones that are physical anyway. So that's my thinking. I'm definitely going to aim for the all digital, save $100, and that but I think that one is going to be really hard to find.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because it's the cheaper one. So I would assume more people would go for that one anyway.
Right, right.
But it makes sense, like for someone like you that is planning on getting both, it makes sense to get the X because that's the only one, Blu-ray drive or not, that's the only one. And then the PS5 digital, because why would you need one? If you needed one like me, you don't need to have two. So you can just get it without it and it'll be cheaper. Like that makes the most sense. So yeah.
Yeah. And like in your situation, like I completely understand why you don't want to get an Xbox right off the bat. With these Nvidia cards coming out.
Yeah, I can just get everything that an Xbox would do, I can do on my PC. So
right, which is great. So me, like if it was me, I'd build a gaming PC and then just get a Series S for those few games that either weren't available on Game Pass PC and things like that, or because of the cross-play compatibility issues sometimes, things like that. So I have that in reserve, and play as much as I could on my PC with these new Nvidia cards that are more than double in the 3090 case, terabytes and all that stuff, and raw compute power.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Let's try and rein back to the PlayStation event. So final thoughts, opinions, and things like that.
This showcase did not impress me at all. Like it was more of the same, maybe sprinkled a couple of new things here and there, but yeah, we got the price. Yeah, we got the release date, but that was kind of a given. Yeah. I'm disappointed that they didn't even try to, I mean, I guess they kind of tried, but it was like games that are old that they've announced for launch. They didn't announce anything else for launch. Like that's super surprising for me.
Right. And the other thing too is that if these games were at launch, like the Final Fantasy, um, Spider-Man, and things like that, they didn't specify launch. They just said holiday 2020. That
Yeah.
could be December. That you know what I'm saying? So I really hope that's not the case. I want Spider-Man the same day I pick up my PlayStation 5. And if it's not there and I gotta wait a month, then what's the incentive other than just, being afraid of it running out?
I mean, one thing I think is like you brought it up earlier that they're kind of setting themselves up for like another state of play because they kind of have to. Like maybe not
I think
about
so.
not about the console because the information is out there. I mean, maybe they can go into a little bit of detail of what it's capable of, like how you said the backwards compatibility and all of that.
Mhm.
But the most important thing I think would be games. Like there's
Game.
nothing
Yeah.
there for this. Like what's motivating people to go out and buy this thing? Like
Yeah.
if your thing that you showed that's available at launch are like older games, like why would I buy your new system if I can play it in
Well,
like older hardware?
it's not even that. I have no problem with them showing older games. I really don't.
No,
What I want
because
to
the thing
see,
is, unlike Microsoft, because Microsoft can get away with that because they have Game Pass. Like they can be like,
that's true.
okay, you can play these old games, but you also have Game Pass that you can play, like all of these
Right.
games. So
Literally 160 games at a time.
yeah, and especially if somebody doesn't have an Xbox, they can be like, oh yeah, well, that sounds like a good deal. Like even though it's nothing
Well,
exclusive to Xbox, like like Halo not
hold
being
on, hold
there,
on. Maybe Halo Next Gen isn't, but somebody who let's say skipped the Xbox One generation,
like me.
and now they get right, and now they get Game Pass. You have this backlog of games. If you wanted to play Halo from day one, you could with the Master Chief Collection. If
No,
you
that's what
wanted
I'm
to play
saying.
here,
Like
right?
that's what for somebody that probably doesn't have an Xbox, Game Pass sounds very appealing to get an
It
Xbox
does.
Series S or X. But for the
Right.
PlayStation, they don't have something like Game Pass. So they can't really get away with not showing any launch games. Like because they have nothing.
Right.
What are you gonna play? Fortnite? You can play that in everything. You can play that on I guess not anymore on your phone.
Well, you can play it on. Oh no, it got removed on Android too.
Yeah. But you
You
know
can
what I mean. Like
sideload it
you
on
can
Android.
you can play it in any other system like that's out right now. So you don't need a PlayStation to play that. So I feel like
Yeah.
that was like a big like no that Sony did in this presentation.
And the other thing too is some of the third-party games that they showed. Harry Potter, fine, Call of Duty, those are all great and all, but I wouldn't even count that towards Sony because they're gonna play and run and look better on the Series X anyway. So if I were them, I wouldn't have wasted my time with these. I know Call of Duty is a big name, but I don't think it's as big as it was when the generation first launched. That must have been at an all-time high. So they could have taken some of these games out and dedicated more time to the PlayStation Plus backwards compatibility. Give me the pre-order date. Little things like that would have came a long way. And if God of War really is that close, show me a little more than just a teaser. You know. But overall, I kind of agree with you. The conference was just okay. You know, looking at everything that they showed, the most impressive thing was probably the PS Plus backwards compatibility. I'm sure Final
And
Fantasy fans are
they
going
still
crazy,
didn't really explain it well. They just
and they
said,
didn't know.
yeah, they just said, "Oh, this is a PlayStation Plus collection." And they showed games. I'm like, "Wait, what does that mean? I don't get it."
And that's interesting too because if you look at PlayStation, well, I guess that's PlayStation Now. Let me not mix them. I'll wait till we get more info before I speak on PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, and then we can dive in more in depth in that. But otherwise, $400 and $500, November 12th. Personally, $400 is the way for me to go. If they're none available, I really got to consider if I'm even going to get one at all because $500 extra 100 for the disk drive. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it at that point with no launch games.
So
I could wait
far,
till December. Yeah, so far. I could wait till January or December whenever they not only restock but also get more games.
Yeah, that would probably be the smartest thing if they don't announce anything worth playing.
Yeah. I mean, again, you could be a Final Fantasy fan and be going crazy over this, you know? Me personally, that's not what hits home for me. Okay, so that was the PlayStation 5 event or unevent. No, I'm just messing. It was a decent event, you know. Did I get all my questions answered? No. Did I get everything I wanted? Absolutely not. But I got some stuff. I got the price, the release date. That'll hold me over until the next time they do another event of some sort. So, for those of you tuning in, thank you for doing so. Remember to subscribe to this channel and Mondo's channel, PlaySesh. I'll link it in the description. Share this video with a buddy or two. Take care, everybody.